Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, I usually do these, longer videos at the start of every month. 2 months ago, I did my top 10 favorite episodes of television. Last month, right before Spooky Month began, I did my top 10 favorite movies. This month, I figured instead of doing top 10 fucking something, next month you'll get top 10 games. That'll be cool. Anyway, this month, I figured that I would talk about my favorite, not really favorite, but one of my favorite film trilogies of all time, and overall my opinions on all of them, and that is Park Chan-Wook's Vengeance Trilogy. Yes, I own all three of them. I paid a fortune for one of these, not even really a fortune, but more than I would have liked to. But still, overall, three incredible films to have in my collection, which you can see beside me. So the trilogy began in 2001. I am not a professional. With the film Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. This film was written and directed by Park Chan-Wook. It was filmed over the course of about 30 days, which is fucking crazy. And even crazier than that, it was written by Chan-Wook in, if I am not mistaken, 20 hours. That's how quick he got the script for this done. Now, I have dabbled in script writing, and I have not been able to do something quite as amazing as Chan-Wook getting an almost 2-hour script done and finalized and perfected, as good as this one's, in that short of an amount of time. It was somewhere under 2 hours. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance is a great start to a trilogy, but it's definitely not this trilogy's best. I do prefer it to a later film that's kind of a controversial opinion, but not as controversial as I have seen online. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance is a great film that kind of defined Chan-Wook's career, which was actually done by JSA, which was a previous film, but we see more of the gritty revenge thriller, which can be seen in several of his other films, primarily the other two on this list. In this film, this one is drastically different. It's about this guy in Korea whose sister is dying of kidney failure and he needs money, so he kidnaps his boss's daughter. I've done a full review on this film about a couple months ago. It was in September. It was late September. There will probably be I think I'll have my playlist of foreign film reviews at the end of this, where you can watch my reviews for this and another one I'll talk about on here. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance has some really great scenes. It's got the memorable scene where the main protagonist, Ryu, infamously shoves a screwdriver directly into somebody's throat and then pulls it out, turning them into a human fountain. I'm not gonna make a joke about that, guys. There's nobody who... Anyway. Yeah, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance isn't a perfect film. It's not Chan-Wook's best. It's an incredibly done film. You can hear me glaze it in my fucking review, but it really did define his career, and really is the first step towards his masterpieces. There's several of them. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance isn't long, and it's a great watch. Some people are deterred because it is not dubbed. There is no dub of this film that currently exists. There is a subbed version, which is how I watched it, because I don't speak Korean, at all. I speak Japanese a little bit. I don't speak Korean. Anyway, arigato, yeah. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance is a great film. Overall, it's a wonderful start to the trilogy. It's got some of the greatest, some great action scenes, but it really stands out in its emotion and its still frames. The frame of Ryu standing in front of the river where the girl he kidnapped has fucking died is just, they linger on it for such a long time because they know it's going to be the most iconic shot of the film. But I'm done talking about this because I have so much better of a film to talk about. This is a movie that I'm going to glaze for an hour in this fucking video because it's my favorite film ever made. Anybody who's ever been like, oh, what's a good dark movie? I have always said, without missing a beat, Old Boy. is the greatest piece of cinema ever, and you should fucking watch it if you like dark shit. If if you like foreign film in general, watch fucking Oldboy. It's definitely not a light film. It's one of the darkest films I've ever seen in my life, but it's also the best film I've ever seen because it is the most well-acted piece of cinema I have come across in my living. Chan-Wook did a phenomenal job writing and directing this, adapting it from a comic series of the same name that originated in Japan. Oldboy, I again watched the subbed version. I have seen the dubbed version, and it's not very good. Again, I have reviewed Oldboy. Go check out my review where I just glaze Oldboy for like 8 fucking minutes straight, which is what I'm doing now. Its storytelling is wonderful. Its plot is disturbing and great, with Ode-Soo being a drunk who is locked up in solitary confinement for 15 godforsaken years, and is then let out, given a new suit, in the middle of Seoul, that's how you pronounce it, I hope, Korea. If correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Y'all already do that. I got told how to say Peter Capaldi's name, and I'm still gonna say Capaldi. Oldboy is a masterpiece. Having him search for the truth on what is going on, why the fuck he was locked up for a decade and a half, plus the gut-wrenching twist at the end that, spoiler alert, the love interest, Mito, is actually his fucking daughter, was disturbing, unnecessary, and one of the most just dark and well-acted scenes in the film. Oldboy is a masterpiece. I can't recommend it enough. It's got some of the best scenes ever. Its infamous hallway fight scene where Ode-Soo takes out like 20 fucking people with a hammer in a hallway that is one continuous 5-minute shot. This is the greatest piece of cinema ever. I can ramble about Oldboy for like a decade and not get tired. Peak. Choi Min-sik's acting is remarkable, as it is in everything he is in. I'm going to talk about him in the third and final film in this trilogy again, because he's in it. Oldboy is just wonderful. It's so well put together, it's so well done, it's disturbing, it's got everything that a good revenge thriller needs. It's pretty much the golden child of Chan-Wook's fucking filmography. Again, I love this film. It's literally my favorite movie of all time. And again, I cannot recommend it enough. It is easy to love unless you're, like, not into dark shit, and if you're not, never watch Oldboy. If, like, Tarantino's shit is too much for you, don't fucking watch Oldboy. But if you like thrillers, which, judging by the fact that you're watching this video, you probably do, check out fucking Oldboy. Moving on to the third film, and my personal least favorite of the trilogy that I still love. It's still a great movie from a great director starring some great people. It's Lady Vengeance. Lady Vengeance is the final film in the trilogy. No shit, it's the last one I'm talking about. And it's kind of weird because between Oldboy and Lady Vengeance, Chan-Wook took a slight break from the trilogy and from vengeance and revenge and darkness, and he made a fucking rom-com, which I want to briefly discuss because it's just funny, and I haven't reviewed it on the channel yet. I will, like, next month. I have it planned for next month, because it's just one of the funniest films. I also haven't reviewed Lady Vengeance. That's also planned for next month, or maybe this month, one of them. I just briefly need to talk about the film I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay. It's stupid, and it's not good, but I kind of love it in some weird place in my heart. Anyway, Lady Vengeance is the final film starring, what's her name? Lee something. Lee Young, Lee Young's, would that be or A? I don't know. I don't speak Korean. I'm butchering their language, and I kind of feel bad. And Choi Min-sik, the GOAT, who is not the main character in this, and is actually one of the main antagonists. Lady Vengeance deals with this chick, you can see part of her, being imprisoned for 13 years for a crime she did not commit, being let out, and then seeking revenge on the people who falsely imprisoned her, as well as seeking out her daughter. it's like Oldboy, but not as good. And also doesn't have the twist at the end of, oh, love interest was biological fucking thing. It doesn't have the dark twist that Oldboy does. It's not as dark. It's definitely the most refined of the trilogy, where they just progressively get more refined. Oldboy is great because it's this perfect mix of refined and gritty as fuck. Lady Vengeance is not. It's still gritty, and it's still a really fucking weird and kind of messed up revenge thriller, but there aren't many memorable scenes from this film. It's one of the few that has a not horrible ending, where the main chick ends up finding her child and they reunite. That was good. It's not quite as bad as Oldboy, where he's just fucking depressed and erases his memory, or the end of Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, where Ryu dies, which he kind of deserved it. I'm not actually gonna say anything bad about that. That was probably a good thing. He literally kidnapped a child. Anyway, Lady Vengeance is definitely my least favorite of the trilogy. That's not like a. That's a. Like, when. This trilogy is still magnificent. Lady Vengeance, I thought was great. It's just not perfect. It's got a few good moments, but it's definitely the worst of these three. And overall, I mean, this is just a masterfully crafted trilogy. Jesus Christ, I've been rambling for a minute. This has been a long video. To anybody still watching, why? Anyway, let's continue. This trilogy, I mean, to call any of them actually bad is a cardinal sin. Just gonna say that. To call any of these films bad is a cardinal sin. All three of them are great. So, overall, you should watch the Vengeance Trilogy. That's what the point of this video has been. I'm not perfectly dissecting it. It's... Oldboy is the best. But watch the trilogy. Are they connected? No. Should you watch them? Yes. And there's my reasons. They're all peak. Lady Vengeance is the least peak. Oldboy is the greatest peak ever. So there's my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other content. Go check out my reviews for the two of these that I have reviewed. I've got plenty of other foreign films that I've talked about, like the weird Yakuza film, or the disturbing and stupid Martyrs. And I have more coming this month. If I am not mistaken, I have Decision to Leave coming out this month. Just go watch them. Great videos. Just kidding, they're not actually that good. But if you enjoyed this for some weird reason, go check those out. Yeah,